Welcome to the channel where we dive deep into the art of connection, attraction, and mastering the subtle nuances that make relationships thrive. In this video, we're uncovering 5 goodnight texts that women simply can't ignore. Whether you're looking to build a stronger bond or leave a lasting impression, these texts are designed to tap into emotional triggers that create undeniable chemistry. Get ready to learn how a well-crafted message can shift the dynamic and make her think about you all night long. Stay tuned and let's unlock the secrets to irresistible communication. Be thoughtful, not generic. Sending a simple "good night" isn't enough. Craft your message to show you've put thought into it. Compliment her day or recall something special that happened between you. This makes her feel seen and valued. Use emotional triggers. Goodnight texts should touch her emotions. Messages like, "I hope you sleep well, I can't wait to talk to you tomorrow," create anticipation and warmth, making her excited to engage with you. Balance between sweet and mysterious. A mix of affection and subtle intrigue keeps her interested. Say something that makes her smile, but also leaves room for her to wonder. For example, "I'll tell you a secret tomorrow." Sweet dreams. Personalize the text address, something personal or unique to her. It could be about her interests, favorite book, or something you both laughed about. Personalizing the text makes it feel genuine and heartfelt. Keep it light and positive. Keep your goodnight texts positive and uplifting. Messages with a light, fun tone like, "I hope your dreams are as amazing as you are," will end her day on a high note and keep you in her thoughts. Timing is key. Send your message at a time when she's likely winding down, but not too late. This shows consideration and ensures she sees the text before heading to bed, rather than feeling like an afterthought. Avoid overthinking or overloading. A goodnight text should be simple and to the point. Avoid long, complex messages or ones that feel forced. Short, sweet, and sincere is often the best approach. Show you're thinking about her. A goodnight text should reflect that she's on your mind, but without being overwhelming. A simple "thinking about you before bed" creates a warm feeling without putting pressure on her. Add a sense of continuity. Build on your connection by referring to something from earlier in the day or week. "I loved that moment we shared today." "Sleep well" creates a sense of continuity that keeps her emotionally invested. Use playful flirtation. Playful texts that are a bit flirty can spark interest. Something like, "I bet your dreams won't be as fun as mine," adds a teasing tone that keeps the conversation light, fun, and engaging. Use humor to create lighthearted moments. Incorporating humor into your goodnight texts is a great way to make her smile before bed. A playful text like, "Don't let the bedbugs bite," unless you're a fan of tiny little hugs, adds a light-hearted touch and leaves a lasting positive impression. Compliment her in an authentic way. Women appreciate genuine compliments. Instead of just "good night, beautiful," try something more personal like, "I still can't get over how amazing you look today." Sweet dreams. Authenticity makes your compliments more meaningful. Express gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful way to deepen emotional bonds. Say something like, "I'm really thankful I got to spend time with you today." Sleep tight. It makes her feel appreciated and special. End the text with a question. Ending your message with a simple question can keep her thinking about you. For example, "I'm curious, what's the first thing you think about when you wake up?" This encourages her to engage with you, even if it's the next morning. Set the tone for future conversations. Use your goodnight texts as a bridge to future interactions. For instance, "I can't wait to hear what you thought about that show tomorrow." Sweet dreams builds anticipation and gives her something to look forward to. Use positive visual imagery. Create a comforting and warm visual in your text, like, "I hope you're snuggled up, cozy and ready for the sweetest dreams." Positive imagery makes your message feel like a comforting presence in her day. Reflect on the day's highlights. If you spent time together or had a great conversation, refer back to it. "I loved talking with you today. It was the highlight of my day. Good night." Shows her that you value your time with her. Share a sweet memory. If you have shared past experiences, mentioning them can rekindle warm feelings. "Remember that time we watched the sunset, just thinking about it before bed?" Sleep well brings positive memories to the forefront of her mind. Be supportive and encouraging. If you know she has something important coming up, show support in your message. For example, "Good luck with your meeting tomorrow. I know you'll crush it." Sleep well tonight. This shows you care about her success. Keep the message balanced. Strike a balance between sweet and sincere without being overly emotional or intense. You want your message to feel natural, not forced. A well-balanced text like, "I hope you get the rest you deserve, good night," maintains attraction without overwhelming her. Share a fun fact or thought. If she enjoys learning or sharing random thoughts, throw in a fun fact before bed. Something like, "Did you know giraffes only sleep for 30 minutes a day? Hope you get a little more rest than that. Good night," adds a fun twist to your message. Play with subtle teasing. A little playful teasing can spark attraction. You could text something like, "I bet you're already in your favorite pajamas, aren't you?" Sweet dreams. It's light, fun, and keeps the interaction engaging. Leave the text on a positive vibe. Always end your message with a positive, comforting tone. A simple, "Sleep well, I'm sending good vibes your way," adds a peaceful, reassuring note to close the conversation. Use her name in the text. Using her name makes the message more personal and direct. Instead of just "good night," say "Good night, Sarah." It feels more intimate and personal, which can strengthen the emotional bond. Connect to a shared interest. If you both share a common interest, use it in your text. For instance, "I'll dream about our next hike together. Sweet dreams." Taps into something you both enjoy, adding depth to the message. Leave a compliment for her dreams. This is a creative and unexpected compliment. Something like, "I bet even your dreams are beautiful." "Good night" makes her feel good and adds a playful twist. Make her feel safe. Texts that provide comfort and security create strong connections. "I hope you feel safe and cozy tonight." "Sleep well" is a nurturing message that gives off a protective vibe. Acknowledge the distance. If you're not physically with her, acknowledge that in your text with a hint of longing. "Wish I could be there to say good night in person. Sweet dreams" adds a romantic, thoughtful touch. Reflect her energy back to her. If she had a tough day or shared something emotional, reflect that in your message. "I know today was tough, but I hope tomorrow brings you peace." Sleep well shows empathy and that you're tuned into her feelings. Be consistent. Consistency shows that you're dependable and thoughtful. Even if it's a simple message, sending a regular goodnight text creates a steady presence in her life, reinforcing your connection over time. Show interest in her well-being. A thoughtful message that shows you care about her rest will resonate deeply. Try something like, "I hope you had a great day and get the rest you deserve tonight." This makes her feel cared for and appreciated. Express subtle affection. If you're at the stage where affection is appropriate, a soft, romantic tone can work wonders. For example, "Sweet dreams to the girl who's always on my mind" is affectionate without being too forward. Acknowledge her accomplishments. If she mentioned something she did that day, acknowledge it in your goodnight text. You crushed it today. You deserve a peaceful night's sleep. Shows that you're paying attention to her life and care about her wins. Be playfully mysterious. A little mystery can keep her intrigued. You can send something like, "I was thinking about you before bed, but I'll tell you more tomorrow." Sweet dreams. This builds anticipation and keeps her curious. Send a dream-worthy compliment. Compliment her in a way that connects to dreams and sleep. If your dreams are half as amazing as you are, you're in for a great night. It's a playful compliment that still feels sweet and genuine. Create a sense of comfort. Sometimes all someone needs at the end of the day is reassurance. "I hope you feel safe and peaceful tonight." Sweet dreams provides comfort, especially if she had a stressful day. Give her something to dream about. Suggest something fun or light-hearted that she could dream about. For example, dream about the next adventure we're going to take. Good night. This builds excitement for the future and keeps things playful. Leave room for imagination. Texts that leave room for interpretation can stir curiosity. Try something like, "I'll be thinking about you tonight." Sleep well. It's simple, yet it sparks imagination about what you might be thinking. Send a gentle reminder of your connection. Reminding her of your connection can deepen emotional intimacy. "I always enjoy our conversations. Can't wait for the next one. Good night." Keeps the focus on the bond you're building. The thoughtful compliment. Why it works. Compliments show appreciation and make the other person feel valued. They trigger a positive emotional response, creating a connection based on validation. Psychology behind it. Compliments engage the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and making her associate you with those feelings of positivity. Examples of thoughtful compliments. Share practical examples like, "Good night. I can't stop thinking about how your smile brightened my day." When to use it, discuss the right moments to use compliments, ensuring they feel authentic and not forced. The playful tease. Why it works. Playful teasing adds an element of fun and lightheartedness, keeping the conversation from becoming too serious while building anticipation. Psychology behind it. Teasing creates tension and intrigue, which can deepen romantic attraction. It keeps her guessing and wanting more. Examples of playful teasing texts. Examples like, "Good night, try not to dream about me too much." The balance of teasing. Explain how to ensure teasing remains fun and doesn't cross into hurtful territory. The deep connection builder. Why it works. These texts tap into deeper emotional connections, focusing on shared experiences, inside jokes, or mutual passions. Psychology behind it. Building rapport through deeper connection fosters trust and intimacy, which are key elements in a relationship. Examples of deep connection builders. Examples like, "I loved that conversation we had earlier about topic. I'm really glad we connect like that." Sleep well. When to use it. Tips on how to recognize the moments when emotional connection can be deepened through text. The sweet goodnight. Why it works. A sincere, sweet goodnight text makes her feel appreciated and cared for. It's simple but impactful. Psychology behind it. These texts convey care and affection, which help reinforce emotional security and stability in the relationship. Examples of sweet goodnight texts. Examples like, "Good night, I hope you have the sweetest dreams. Can't wait to talk to you tomorrow." The importance of sincerity. How to ensure your message comes across as genuine rather than generic. The future-focused tease. Why it works. Creating anticipation for future plans not only makes her excited but also plants the idea that you see her in your future. Psychology behind it. Anticipation is a powerful tool in relationships as it creates excitement and forward-thinking attachment. Examples of future-focused teases. Examples like, "Good night, can't wait to see you this weekend. I have a surprise for you." How to use this strategy effectively. Timing and knowing when to drop hints about future plans without being too forward. Detailed lesson. Introduction. The power of the perfect good night text. In a world where relationships often begin and develop through screens, the power of a well-timed, well-worded text message should not be underestimated. The way you end the day with someone can leave a lasting impression, especially when you're hoping to deepen emotional bonds or establish romantic attraction. Sending the perfect good night text is about much more than just saying good night. It's a way to reinforce affection, create emotional security, and most importantly, remain on her mind even after the conversation ends. Goodnight texts offer a unique opportunity to craft messages that are memorable, meaningful, and effective in building a connection. The key lies in understanding the psychology behind different kinds of texts and using them in the right context. This lesson will break down 5 types of goodnight texts that women simply can't ignore, explain why they work, and offer tips on how to use them effectively. The thoughtful compliment. A thoughtful compliment at the end of the day can leave a woman feeling appreciated and valued. When you send a good night text that focuses on a specific quality you admire, it's not just flattery, it's acknowledgement of something unique about her. Why it works. Compliments are powerful because they validate a person's self-worth. They show that you're paying attention, and they create a positive emotional connection by recognizing her in a way that makes her feel good about herself. Psychology behind it. Compliments engage the brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, a neurotransmitter that makes people feel happy. When you give a genuine compliment, she associates you with those positive feelings, which strengthens her attraction to you. Examples of thoughtful compliments. Instead of generic compliments like, "You're pretty," go deeper. Try, "Good night. I've been thinking about how your sense of humor always brightens my day. I can't stop smiling when I think about that amazing conversation we had earlier. You're such a great listener." The playful tease. Teasing, when done right, adds an element of light-hearted fun to your interactions. It keeps things interesting and gives her something to think about as she drifts off to sleep. Why it works. Teasing introduces an element of unpredictability and intrigue into the conversation. It shows that you're confident and comfortable enough to joke around, and it keeps the mood playful and flirty. Women are drawn to men who can balance seriousness with playfulness. Psychology behind it. Playful teasing creates a dynamic tension that sparks attraction. It adds a layer of excitement to the conversation because it's light-hearted, but also hints at a deeper interest. Teasing taps into the psychological principle of push and pull, which can increase desire. Examples of playful teasing texts. "Good night. I'm not saying you'll be dreaming about me, but I wouldn't be surprised. Try not to stay up too late thinking about our plans this weekend." The balance of teasing. It's important to ensure that teasing remains playful and never crosses into mean-spirited territory. The goal is to keep the mood light and fun, not to create any discomfort. Always gauge her response to make sure she's enjoying the playful banter. The deep connection builder. Some texts are designed to go beyond the surface level and tap into a deeper emotional connection. These goodnight messages focus on shared experiences, meaningful conversations, or inside jokes that only the two of you share. Why it works. Texts that reflect on deeper connections show that you're not just looking for a surface-level relationship. They demonstrate emotional maturity and the desire to connect on a deeper level, which can be incredibly attractive. Psychology behind it. Building a connection through shared experiences fosters a sense of closeness and trust. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel understood, and this type of text reinforces the idea that you see her as someone special. Examples of deep connection builders. I loved our conversation earlier. It's rare to meet someone I connect with on that level. Sweet dreams. Good night. I've been thinking about what you said earlier and it really resonated with me. Can't wait to talk more tomorrow. When to use it. These texts are perfect after a deep conversation or meaningful interaction. They help reinforce the emotional connection and leave her thinking about how special your bond is as she goes to sleep. The sweet goodnight. Sometimes, simple is best. A sweet, sincere goodnight text can go a long way in making her feel cared for. It doesn't need to be overly complex or layered with meaning. The key is genuine affection. Why it works. These texts work because they are straightforward and sincere. They offer comfort and a sense of security, which is especially important as the day winds down and she's preparing to sleep. Psychology behind it. A sweet goodnight text taps into the need for emotional security and affection. It shows that you're thinking of her and wishing her well, which can leave her feeling safe and appreciated. Examples of sweet goodnight texts. Good night, I hope you have the sweetest dreams. Sleep well, can't wait to see what tomorrow brings for us. The importance of sincerity. Make sure your sweet goodnight text doesn't feel too generic. Personalize it with a small detail from your conversation or day together to make it feel more authentic. Use a shared inside joke. If you have a fun inside joke, referencing it in your goodnight text can spark joy and reinforce your bond. For example, "Don't let the monsters under your bed get you tonight. Sleep tight," adds a playful element that strengthens your connection. Encourage relaxation. Help her unwind with a calming message. Take a deep breath, let the day go, and enjoy a peaceful night's sleep. You deserve it. This shows you care about her well-being and helps set a relaxing tone. Send a virtual goodnight kiss. If the relationship allows for it, a playful goodnight kiss can add flirtation. Good night, sleep tight, and here's a virtual kiss for sweet dreams. This adds a fun and affectionate touch to your message. Be sincere and honest. Authenticity is attractive. A message like, "I just wanted to say I really enjoyed talking to you today." Good night resonates more than generic pleasantries, as it shows genuine interest and emotion. Share something you learned. If you learned something new that day that relates to her interests, share it in your text. "I learned something cool today about insert topic. Can't wait to tell you about it tomorrow. Sweet dreams." This shows you're thinking of her even when apart. Express excitement for future plans. If you have plans together, remind her to build anticipation. "I can't wait for our coffee date this weekend. Sleep well and dream about all the fun we'll have." This creates excitement and shows you're looking forward to spending time together. Incorporate a quote or saying. Using a positive quote can add a thoughtful touch. As they say, every day may not be good, but there's something good in every day. Sleep well. It provides encouragement and a positive mindset before she goes to bed. Leave her with a question for tomorrow. Pose a light question that she can answer in the morning. "What's one thing you're looking forward to tomorrow?" Sweet dreams. This keeps the conversation going and gives her something to think about before she sleeps. Create a sense of shared experiences. If you have had shared experiences, remind her of them. Thinking about our last adventure together. Can't wait for the next one. Good night. This reinforces the bond and creates a sense of belonging. Use emojis to enhance emotion. Incorporating emojis can add a fun and expressive touch to your texts. A simple good night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, sleep tight, conveys warmth and playfulness, making the message feel more vibrant and engaging. Conclusion. Crafting. The perfect good night text is an art that can significantly enhance your connection with a woman. By incorporating creativity, thoughtfulness, and a touch of personality, you can create messages that she won't just read, but will eagerly anticipate. Whether it's through humor, heartfelt compliments, or shared memories, each message serves as a stepping stone to building intimacy and attraction. Remember, the key to a memorable goodnight text lies in authenticity and genuine interest. Be attentive to her responses and adapt your approach based on what resonates with her. As you apply these lessons, you'll not only keep her engaged, but also establish a deeper emotional bond that can lead to a more fulfilling relationship. So, the next time you send a goodnight text, remember to make it count, because a well-crafted message can linger in her mind long after the lights go out. Sweet dreams.